Hi there, this is Jeannie Reeves, and I'm going to show you how to add watermarks to your photos directly in Lightroom during export. The great thing about Lightroom is you're able to do many things at once to improve your workflow and speed of doing your photographs. And one of the things is we like to share our images on the web with our watermarks on them, and I will be able to show you how to do that very easily. I get asked a lot how to do this, and some people I've heard are doing it in the print module up here in this area right here. It's more efficiently to do it during export. So first we're going to need to make a preset for our watermarks, and to do that, and let me say we're doing this in Lightroom 3. In Lightroom 2 you were able to add watermarks during export. However, you had to have a third-party plugin to do that. So we're using Lightroom 3 because that's already in here. If you do not have Lightroom 3 and you would like to know how to do this in Lightroom 2, you can let me know and I will get the information to you, because you can do that. You just need other things to be able to do that. So anyway, this is Lightroom 3. So click on Edit and go to Edit Watermarks. This is going to bring up your watermark editor. This is where we're gonna create our presets for each of our watermarks. And why would you have more than one? Well, good question. Because let's say you want your watermarks in different spots, different colors, different different looks. So anyway, we're gonna just create one, and we're gonna assume that we want it down the bottom in the center. And for this tutorial, I'm just going to show you how to do a text watermark. The same would apply if you're adding your image, your something that you've created, image watermark. The same here applies, but you would go and find it, and you'd use this up here. We're just going to do the text one. So we're going to type our watermark, what we want it to say. So we're going to say Jeannie Reeves Photography. Okay, it shows up right here. Great. Well, let's say we want to change the color of that. All right, and let's say I want to have it blue. That's pretty. Close that. Shows up blue down there. Right now it's showing a drop shadow, and I'll just leave that because I like that. It looks good. We're going to change the opacity so we can see through it a bit. Let's just say 60. That's fine. Right here, we can change all this, make the sizes however you'd like. But when making a preset, you need to remember that all your images that you export probably are going to be the same size. They're going to be a different orientation, portrait, landscape, whatever. So you can just click on this fit, and I like to use fit because I want it to go from one side to the other regardless of the size of the photo. So I like that. So down here we want to anchor it wherever we'd like, and I'm just gonna say I usually have it down here at the bottom, but you have all these other options here. We can put it in the center, the top, we can put it on the side, over here, however you would like it to look, you can. So I'm going to put it down here, rotate it back, and so it's on the bottom. Very nice. I can see through it. I have it all set the way I want it to look. So we're going to hit save. It's going to come up and ask us what we want it to save as, and we're just going to do text watermark 2, create it, and it's done. Well, it's done. We've created our preset, but we have not exported any photos yet. Like I said, the great thing about Lightroom is being able to do multiple things at once. Your workflow can go so much faster in here. Gone are the days when we had to open up each photo and add a watermark one at a time. We can do many of them. So let's say I want to do these 5. I'd go to export. We're just going to do one because it's quicker. Let's just do this one. So we're going to go File and Export. Now we need to tell the export what we want it to do. So we will the location. same folder as the original photo. I like this option. This is what I usually use from all my exports, is right here. And then I just make sure that this is checked, put in subfolder, and I change this to whatever. Text watermark. Alrighty. Existing files, ask what to do. This is a good thing to have, because if I happen to export into the same folder this photo, it'll pop up and say, this already exists, what do you want to do? Overwrite it or what? So I leave that. I like to know that that's going to happen. You can go ahead and rename this if you'd like. Right now it says it's going to be, that's the name. If you'd like to rename this, do it whatever you'd like. We're not going to mess with that right now. The file settings, we want this a JPEG. You probably don't ever need the quality to be 100. I usually am in the high 80s somewhere when I do this. You can do it even lower. For the web, you can even do it lower if you'd like. I just leave it about that. We do want to resize our images. We're going to be putting this on the internet, so we don't want them big. I think 500 to 700 is about normal for web use. So just make sure it's clicked resize to fit, and you can pull this down. You can change any of this. If you just do the long side as 700, it'll always be, one of the long sides will always be 700 if you leave it there. If you haven't already sharpened during your processing of your image, you can go ahead and do it here. Sharpen for, and you have screen, matte paper, glossy paper. You can pick any of those as you want, or you can not do that at all. And then watermarking. Watermarking is right here. So we're going to click that, and it's going to bring this available. Whatever watermark that you've already created will be in here and ready for you to choose. So text watermark 2 is what I just created. So click on that. After export, let's go ahead and say show and explore, so we can see that as soon as it's done. Now the one thing before we go ahead and click export, the great thing is to be able to save this and use it again over and over again without having to manually go and click all those buttons like we just did. So let's go ahead over here and click add, and let's name this to what we want. And this is text watermark 2. Create that, and then we'll click export. And up here in the top left hand corner, it has your status of what's going on. We're exporting one JPEG file, and we'll have to wait for that to finish. And it is done. It is popped up in our Explorer window with our image right there. And as you can see, our watermark is there, and it is ready for the web. The dimensions are 700 by 467, ready to go. And it's perfect and easy. And if we'd chosen 5 photos, 100 photos, they all would have been exported with your watermark in that location and added to that folder. Alright, okay, thanks guys.